Good morning, Australia. This is Michael O'Neill from the Informed Medical Options Party, coming to you from New South Wales on this very pleasant Sunday morning. We've seen yesterday the attempt by the New South Wales government to completely squash a protest which was largely of tradies and working class people in Sydney to stage a protest to protest so that they may have a right to go to work, to freely traverse their country, to visit their loved ones, and it was utterly squashed by the New South Wales police. This is a declaration of war against freedom by the New South Wales government. New South Wales government is currently in a very, very bad place. We have the Premier, who I actually had more confidence in, has now seems to have just given over the running of the state to Brad Hazzard, who is incoherent many times, and also is the Chief Medical Officer, who seems to be quite missing in action at the moment, Kerry Chant. Obviously, she's having a little bit of a breakdown. She's not coping with all the pressure of making such ridiculous and absurd laws that restrict freedom for no good and logical reason, that they know nothing else to do. They don't know the power of positive instruction. They only know the power of veto. Stop this, stop that. And with callous disregard for the people of Australia. A good democracy is not about how we treat the majority, it's how we treat the minority of people. And while they may have, and quite plausibly, got the majority of people on side with their negative and fear-mongering, they certainly have not got everyone. And there is a significant minority of Australians, and possibly even a majority, who just do not believe this, and the evidence does not bear up that we are under any great threat. Now, they might quote numbers. They'll say, 860 people in one day were tested positive. Really? Well, that's not a lot. Really? I'm going to say that is not a lot. Not a lot of people to get the flu in the flu season. That's not a lot of people. And because essentially we got a flu-like disease here, but we're treating it as if it's the Black Death, and that people are falling dead in the streets, and that we're dragging members out of our homes and putting them onto carts and carting them away. It's not happening. It's not happening anywhere in the world. That is just a figment of their imagination, and yet they've brought these laws upon us that are draconian in a most hostile way towards our population. So how do we treat a minority? Australia it's had some dark history, particularly in its treatment towards Aborigines, but in the latter years it's tried to amend all those ways and treat the minority of citizens in a good way. And we've amended laws in the treatment of Aborigines, and they've got land rights, and it's been a good thing. It's been a good thing. We've also expressed tolerance and concern for other minority groups, like we think of the gay community, the disabled community, and these are all minorities that our government and the media have taken up the gauntlet to express their concerns and give them some rights that they felt they were deserved. But what's happening today? Well, I might even go a bit further. The media takes up the gauntlet for other things. It takes up the gauntlet for animals that they might be believed are being mistreated in boats. It takes up the gauntlet for trees. But when you decide that you want to take responsibility for your health and have a different opinion to the Chief Medical Officer of Australia and New South Wales and Brad Hazzard, the health hazard, then you'll have no tolerance afforded you. You will suffer the full consequences of Australian law. You can stay in your home. You will be attacked if you go outside. You will have to mask up your face. This is unbelievable. We are not people that are disorderly. We are good citizens of Australia. We want to have an orderly society, but we want the truth, and the truth is not what we're getting. We now see that from the figures that are coming out of Israel that the big V is ineffective. It's actually ineffective. 84% of the population over there have had their V, and the figures show that 84% are still getting the C. Unbelievable. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's a lemon. It's a dud. and we are spending billions of dollars of our taxpayers' money. We are crushing our economy. We are soaring into debt. Our politicians are looting our economy so that they can maintain face and somehow get accolades from people that are outside of Australia in high places in other countries in the world. This has got to stop. We have to rise up against it. This is war. They declared war. We did not declare war. They have used war rhetoric in their talk, and their actions show the actions of war. We need to hold the line. They will fail. They will fail. I tell you, if you are a nurse in aged care and they're pressuring you to resign before the 17th of September, do not. Do not under any circumstance resign, and do not take their V. Okay? Your day will come. You may even have to leave work for a short time, but believe me, they'll be begging you back in due course, because they are going to be such a massive shortage. All this for protecting the aged, and they're just hurting the aged. I'm just appalled at this sort of thing. We have to hold the line. This time last year, if we just have a little bit, if we remember back, we weren't wearing masks. No, we weren't. There was none of this draconian. There certainly was in Victoria, because they are ruled by a communist dictator down there. But in New South Wales, we enjoyed relative freedom. We had, and you know what happened when the summer came? It was all over, gone. Yep, all gone. And then we enjoyed some freedom. It's going to go when the weather warms up, when the flu season's over. It's going to go again. It's gone in the northern hemisphere because the flu season is over. And I don't know if these people can reason from cause to effect. You know, Einstein says if you continue to do the same thing over and again and expect a different result, it's the definition of insanity. We have an insane government. They are not acting in a sane and rational way. They are just being, they are fearful. They're being led by a sensational media that has interests that are outside of Australia and outside the common people of Australia. They're generating a fear that's unrealistic and not real. So we need to hold the line. You know, at the Informed Medical Options Party, we're doing everything possible. We're in contact with people that from good lawyers. We want to have a vehicle where you can vote for, so that we can get into that house and affect change. But we need to do something quick. Things are in a bad shape. Let's just hope an election comes on soon, and we need to unite, and we're willing to unite with other like-minded parties, and I know many of them are, because we see that there is a drastic threat to our way of life, and we can't let it go on. It cannot continue this way. My wife is currently in Italy, and the question that she gets every single day, everybody finds out that she's from Australia, they say to her, "What is happening in Australia? Has Australia gone mad? We can't believe it. We always thought of Australia as this one little place on the other side of the world where people love freedom, where are all the laconic Aussie, where she'll be right, mate. Yeah, come on, just take it easy, get your shoes off, and we'll go to the beach and worry about it then." Where we were actually could call each other a stupid drongo if we had a different opinion, and then just continue on as good mates. But not now. The media and the government have generated a hostility between citizen to citizen. We've become a nation of dobbers. We've become intolerant of other points of view, and this is driven by the media. I lay it all at their feet, and honestly, I don't like this society. We don't want this society, and I dare say that you don't want it either, and it has to change. The media will one day be brought to account. They will have their day, and just hope they're not in their boots at that time. So today, I once again say we are on your side, and hold the line. Don't let them pressure you into a V. Don't do it. Honestly, you will be sorry. I know many people that have already said to us, "We are so sorry we did that. We're so sorry we've been ill. Why did we do it? Just so we could travel. We can't travel anyway. They've closed the country down." Just hold the line, folks. We're on your side. We've got to win this. Our freedom is at stake. Everything we hold dear. Your health. If you value your health and freedom, we're on your side. Michael O'Neill from the Informed Medical Options Party. I'm signing out now and wish you all a wonderful day. Thank you very much.